All right, Shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rakakwadash. Double honors to the elders and apostles, the great millstone, time of this truth. Peace, blessings, and salutations to the hopeful elect. Shalom, and Lord willing, this lesson is edifying. Now, on this lesson, is going into, if I'm not mistaken, the new buyers of TikTok. The U.S. buyers of TikTok. Now, when you go into this company, all right, or Oracle, it goes into what? AI and what? Database, man, data, man. Just like the Palantir, Palantir, which is owned by Peter Thiel, right? Which, man, we in those times, man. All right, like we're really in those times, okay? I just seen another video going into how they want to use robots, to help ICE, man. That know how to open doors and I believe climb ladders. We're in those times, man, where these devils are gonna show that they're the devil, man. They want to hide behind, they want to use the Bible and Christianity as a cloak, when ultimately they're the devil, man. And these people, they gonna show they the devil, man, in these last days, man. The way they gonna roll on Jake, you so-called Negroes, Latinos, Native Americans, Seminoans, man. The play that they setting up, the ushering this cashless society, this digital monetary system, to implement the MOTB, which is the micro C-HIP, which I'm gonna go into, man. We in those times, man. So this is Yahoo Finance, right? Which I got some TikTok videos. All right. It says Oracle stock rises as U.S. China agreed to preliminary TikTok deal. Oracle stock edged up 1.5% on Tuesday after media outlets reported the software giant will be part of the U.S. and China's preliminary TikTok deal. Now, if I'm not mistaken, Oracle is supposed to basically be over the U.S. version of TikTok or be over however it is. Basically, this TikTok is gonna be overseen, or basically it's gonna be in the U.S. control. All right, and they gonna want, once again, they want data, man. Data, man. Okay, data. All right, AI, all this stuff, the data to feed their AI and all this stuff, man. But let's keep going. It says Treasury man. Treasury Secretary Scott Bessent said at a press conference Monday that the two countries agreed on a framework for a TikTok deal during high-stakes trade talks in Madrid. Trump and Chinese President Xi Jinping are set to speak on Friday to complete the agreement. A U.S. buyer for TikTok has not been officially named, The Wall Street Journal said Tuesday, citing unnamed sources, that a consortium of investors, including Oracle, Silver Lake, and Andreessen Horowitz, would control TikTok's U.S. business with an 80% stake under the current framework. TikTok existing U.S. users will be asked to move to a new app the company is testing, and Oracle will handle the user data on its servers in Texas. Now we're gonna go into this company Oracle, man. That's what we're finna do. We're finna go into this company Oracle, which I already had the Chat GPT, all right, which is just some small stuff. Oracle is one of the world's largest and most influential technology companies. All right, most influential technology companies, known primarily for its software products and services, especially in the era of database management. All right. You remember when they were saying how China is getting all this data of Americans, but it's because they made all this fuss because they want the data, man. They want all this data. Okay. They want all this data, and it's going to be used against the people. All right. Now let's go to TikTok. And we're gonna come back to Palantir because this is another database, based company. All right, that
Wait, what if I told
I don't think you guys understand how dangerous Oracle is.
by Trump
NPR reports
to
that
make
Oracle's
a
looking to take
AI
TikTok over.
database
And this
of
is their
Americans,
CEO
man.
saying
All
surveillance is
right,
going to make sure
but
we're on our
let's
best behavior.
Citizens will be on their best behavior because we're constantly recording and reporting everything that's going on.
You know? Right there, man. Because these people want to play God, man. Just like the Heavenly Father knows and sees and hears everything, man. Esau wants this power through his pseudoscience and technology, man. These people are going to try to play God, man. All right? These people are going to try to play God. When they bring forth this digital totalitarian slave world, man. The AI, they going to want every man, woman, and child to be micro C-hipped. You know? We in those times, man. Robots on the streets and, you know, troops and robots, you know, drones and, you know, electric vehicles, you know, like you see in the sci-fi films, man. Which is just what? Predictive programming. These devils put their plans in these movies and TV shows, man. And people think, oh, it's just a movie, you know. It's just a movie, you know?
It's unimpeachable.
Because we will be tracking and recording everything. He later goes on to say that AI will be monitoring camera feeds, not a person. Automated discipline, in addition to your typical Big Brother stuff. In the event Oracle takes over TikTok, they will also have control of the algorithm. You will see in short order what I like to call money talks, but wealth is quiet. And that wealth is going to corrupt this app. Somebody who actively works with the surveillance state taking over the single largest communications, media, and entertainment platform that this country has is a very scary sign of what's to come. When we were little, we were told communism is bad because they have state-controlled media. All of our media companies are owned by like 5 or 6 billionaires, and now they're going to take our largest communications platform with one another and also turn it into a surveillance operation. Joke's on you guys, the CIA and FBI are infinitely worse than anything you could be taught about in history class. Joke's on you guys, the CIA and FBI are infinitely worse than anything you could be taught about in history class.
But gone, man, gone. You know? We in those times, man. These devils want to own, control, and surveil everything, man. They want to be, hey, we in those times, man. Now this devil moving and he's setting this.
What if I told you there's a company that knows more about your life than even Google or Facebook? Yet most people have never even heard of it.
But let's watch this next one.
A company that started by building databases for the CIA and now controls some of the most sensitive information on the planet. Its name? Oracle. With billions in annual revenue, Oracle powers everything from financial systems and healthcare networks to the apps on your phone. And at the heart of its empire is data. Your data. What you buy, where you go, how you vote. Oracle doesn't just store this information. It collects, analyzes, and sells it. But how did Oracle become so powerful? And why do so few people know about them? This isn't just a software company. What if I told you there's a
All right, so Khan, man. So, and this what you see concerning TikTok, man, because Esau they want to surveil and they want to watch over and what's the word, and censor, you know. All right, okay. Now we're finna go into Palantir, which we went into Palantir before, but Palantir, which is by Peter Thiel, okay. Which if you didn't know, JD Vance was funded by Peter Thiel, man. Okay, JD Vance got into the vice president office because of Peter Thiel. All right, now Peter Thiel was also going into what the founders of PayPal, alongside with who? Elon Musk. So this is why you see Donald Trump, JD Vance, and Elon Musk, because Peter Thiel has his company with Palantir going into the AI database. Okay, and Elon Musk is what? He's tampering.
Trump is building a database to spy on every single American, and he tapped Palantir to do it, a CIA-funded tech company co-founded by tech billionaire and Republican donor Peter Thiel. In 2010, Thiel shared his real motivations out loud.
We could never win an election because we were in such a small minority, but maybe you could actually unilaterally change the world without having to constantly convince people and beg people and plead with people who are never going to agree with you through a technological means.
Thiel knows his ideology could never win an election because he's skeptical of democracy, believes women shouldn't vote, wrote a book criticizing multiculturalism and diversity, and has defended What he's arguing is that technology can bypass the need for majority support. That tech is Palantir. The perfect opportunity for Thiel to enact his plan came when Trump enlisted Palantir to build the most expansive surveillance infrastructure in US history. It would integrate sensitive records from all government agencies and use AI to profile behavior and identify individuals deemed risky by the system, giving the government more power than ever. The Trump admin claims more data could help them improve public safety and detect fraud, but we all know that's not what would happen. Former Palantir employees have warned that a centralized system like that could be used to surveil, target, and silence anyone the government disagrees with. It could also
You know, and if I'm not mistaken, it said how he's against democracy, right? Which we see them in real time trying to dismantle democracy, trying to dismantle the Constitution, because they're going to get rid of this current America, which America already not going back to how it used to be. Them days are over, man. All right. But once they get all this, my rights and, you know, this and that, to get that out the way, man, it's over, man. You know, and this is why they're trying all they need to do to bring a civil unrest. All right, to bring uproars of the people, to bring infightings and war, and they need to make all these emergencies and you bring all these crises, you know, in order to forward their agendas, man, to have troops in the streets. You know, to take control and bring forth this surveillance system. You know, this is why they doing all these things, man. Certain social medias are going, going into, you have to show your ID in order to be on certain. So we in those times, man. We in those times. And what? All roads lead to the micro C-hip, man. Revelation chapter 13, verse 16. And he called it all. Who's the he? The so-called white man, bruh. All right? Esau Edom, man. Okay? Which bear rule over this revived Roman Empire, which is America, NATO, and the EU. America being Mystery Babylon the Great. It says, and he calls it all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive the M-A-R-K in their right hand or in their foreheads. All right? They're setting up this digital system. Digital ID, digital wallet. You know, digital dollar. You know, you go into these certain articles, that's what you're going to find. Digital ID, digital wallet, digital dollar, digital this, digital that. Because this what's coming. A digital system, man, of surveillance, control, a digital monetary system. All right, a cashless society. All right, where these people are going to try to play God, man. Esau, the devil, man. This white man is going to try to play God on earth. This is why we need the Lord. This is why Yahushua has to return. Okay? And when you go into this word M-A-R-K in the Greek word is charagma, which go into a scratch, etching, thing, carved, sculpture, graven, a cutting. Because they're going to have to cut into your flesh so you can receive this micro C-hip. It says, and that no man might buy or sell, save he that had the M-A-R-K or the name of the beast or the number of his name. You will not be able to buy and sell without having this micro C-hip. Because they're going to bring in a cashless society, a digital currency. Purchases, payments, buying and selling are going to be done digitally, are going to be done cashlessly through a micro C-hip that they're going to want inside every man, woman, and child, man. These are the times that we're coming into, man. All right? Micro C-hips, robots, drones, electric vehicles, electric this, digital that, man. Like you see in the movies, man. All right? RoboCop and all these things, man. We in those times, you know? And this is why we need the Lord, because ultimately, Yahweh Shema Shai is who's going to deliver his elect from these times that we're coming into, man. All right? The Lord's elect are going to be delivered and preserved, man. All right? So that's really the point. Lord willing, this lesson was edifying. I'm going to close it out. Get infinite praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai,